So I prepared for the TELC B2 exam in about 3 weeks and completely gambled on the speaking part. I still got 94%. The weird part is that it wasn't because my German is perfect or because I'm some kind of genius. It happened because I understood something about how these exams actually work. In this video I want to tell you about my TELC experience, what I did during those 3 weeks, why I thought I screwed up the speaking part, and why understanding the exam format matters. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. What's up with speaking and why do I keep yapping about it? Quick fact about me. I hate talking to people most of the time.
I love karate! I love karate!
I love money! I hate all of you.
Especially in a foreign language, especially about random topics I don't care about. See where this is going? During my preparation, I basically ignored most of the speaking part. The only exercise I actually cared about was the first one. In TELC you can just prepare it at home and retell it during the exam, which is exactly what I did. I wrote a short text about 250 words about my trip to Jeju Island. I learned it by heart and just spilled it out without a single stutter. I got 23 out of 25, but the last task is where I thought everything collapsed. When I saw the task, I almost folded. My partner and I had to come up with a plan to help our mutual friend move to a new apartment and renovate it. My notes were literally move his stuff first, buy some furniture from IKEA. That's it. I had zero vocabulary in my head for this topic. But here's the funny part. I still got 25 out of 25. Listen, speaking is all about communication skills. Even if you say straight up horseshit, as long as you stay confident, don't correct every word and keep the conversation alive, you'll still score high. Trust me. And if you don't know what to say, just listen to your partner. They'll probably say something you can react to. Agree with it?
Yes.
Disagree?
No.
Or expand on it. That's exactly what happened to me when my partner suggested hiring handyman. I see speaking part as a little theater play. I'm by no means an actor, but when you are paying $200 for an exam, you suddenly discover some hidden talent. Doing all of this, I managed to get 73 out of 75 points in the part I prepared for the least. That said, I wouldn't recommend gambling on speaking like I did. If you can, practice with real people. Italki or apps like Tandem or HelloTalk can help with that. Even a few conversations a week will make this part much easier. Writing gave me another reality check. I also prepared templates for this part. Basically little structures I could reuse for different types of emails. With this, during the exam, I only had to come up with maybe 3 or 4 sentences on my own and the task was done. I was almost sure I'd get maximum points here, but I didn't. Don't get me wrong, templates were really helpful. In the end, I got 39 out of 45, which honestly isn't that bad. I don't even want to think about how many points I would have gotten without them, but you shouldn't rely on them too much. That was the lesson I learned. By the way, I'll drop a link to all my notes for writing and speaking in the description. You can prepare with them or use it as an inspiration. But hey, what about reading and listening? They were the easiest part of the exam for me. If you've done a few model tests, nothing there should really surprise you. The only slightly annoying task is the third exercise in reading. It's kinda long and sometimes 1 or even 2 titles simply don't match anything. So something feels like it doesn't fit, that's probably intentional. The good news about listening is that every question is just true or false. Didn't understand the audio? Don't waste time, just guess. You still have a whopping 50% chance of getting it right. One thing to keep in mind though, sometimes you'll hear dialects, for example Austrian German or Swiss German. So try not to listen only to standard German while preparing. Spice it up a bit and you'll be ready for everything. So here's how I actually prepared for TELC in less than a month. My strategy was simple. I did as many model tests as I could find. I recommend using this book for this. Or just search for other Übungstests online. They explain how the exam works and show you what's actually worth paying your attention to. Your goal is to get used to the format. If you can solve these tasks one after another almost in your sleep, they won't be a problem on the actual exam. I had about 3 weeks to prepare. To use my time efficiently, I treated my preparation like a gym routine. 2 days a week reading, 2 days listening, and 2 days writing. Speaking was my leg day. Final thoughts. Would I take TELC again? Most certainly. I also tried Goethe and TestDAF practice exams, and honestly TELC felt much easier, and since it's accepted by most German institutions anyway, why not abuse it? So, if I had to summarize everything, preparing smart beats preparing long. Once your German is already at a decent level, meaning you can understand most things online, the real task is learning how the exam works. Understand the format, practice with model tests, learn a few templates, and be ready to improvise when things go off script. If you are preparing for a German exam right now, good luck. Hopefully this video saves you a bit of time. See you in the next one.